Tits out fam Phantasma. What a way to start a stream. If you like it when streams start like that, can you please be quiet? Or you, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to talk to the people. Hello, Tactical Spaghetti. Welcome to the stream. What were we talking about? Right, if you like streams that start with Tits out fam Phantasma, such motivational speeches we have, you should subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. If not, just lie back and enjoy the stream, or sit up and enjoy Tits out fam Phantasma. Okay, right, we are usual story. We must put the links and stuff everywhere, so that people can see them with their eyes. Because the whole idea is that we're going to... Why did I click in there? Where are we? Help. Woo! Oh, it's fun. I need to watch more From the Depths content, but I play this bloody game so much that, like, I'm... Excuses. Okay, excuses. Okay then, so many things. There we go, and put that over there. And now I need to look at chat, because people have probably been saying things. Hello, Toilet Cleaner. Arbiter V2's done us on the workshop. I found it. I checked before stream for once. And hello, Amiibo, it's Soup. Plutono time is here indeed. Alright, so we have two things to look at, and then we can carry on looking at planes and stuff. Alright, I spammed the universe and did not close the tabs for some reason. I didn't close the tabs. I didn't close the tabs. Oh no, I didn't close them. Now the song's ended. I wish the song had gone. Yep. By the way, Bodan, did you ever look at the illegal block checker app? I did. I love it. And yes, I've definitely missed some blocks. I was just testing it on, like, I don't know, Phantasma and stuff, and there's definitely the odd thing that has a remote camera on it, which we need to fix. So, we could do that this stream. It's not that exciting, it involves really showing off... Yeah, no, I'll be doing that off camera. And hopefully by next stream, I will have already filled out on the spreadsheet everything that's been oranged in. How now, Braga? Hello, Forwinded. NM Ultras, thank you for the board to sing. Or even Wise. It's morning Wise for me. Hello, Orange. Okay, what was I doing? Plutono Hub. Ah, Plutono Hub. That is what we need. That is what we need. Remote camera cult is out there waiting to lag your game. Indeed. Indeed. It's terrible. It's frightening. Plutono Hub goes there. I didn't even know what I was clicking on. You just clicked on a thing and triggered the singing goat. Oh boy. Alright. Pin that. Never even used them before. Hello, Marcel. Oh, people are here. It's lovely. What was I doing? Something is being plasmaed right there. That's probably a Scarlet Dawncraft plasmaing this thing. What the hell's this thing called again? I remember in the Easy Grey Talons versus Easy Scarlet Dawn tournament, that thing was an absolute menace because it flew over the top of things and... Oh, that's the plasma thing. Oops. Alright, me neither, especially after the camera update. I really don't know why you would. Lamprey, that's the one. Thank you, Orange. I did pin that. Alright, now what do? What I do is I download the things, I get on with the stream. Did you know that in order to stream, you need to get on with the stream? I am a tiny man. My webcam's too small. I feel inadequate. I must be bigger. Too big! There we go. Now you got a good look at my forehead wrinkles, because I have them. Okay, I'm slightly bigger now. And that helps. Alright, so the Arbiter version 2 has been rebuilt by Tactical Spaghetti, and Walter Rourke has made the Godly Glacave tank. So, hopefully, that looks like it has nuclear weapons on it, which is hilarious and cool. Alright. Save that there. Go over here, download, and save that there. Now we swip over to map partial. And have you used them before, Lamprey? I mean, you really just need the one view, because the chances are you are going to have a battle that's 20 kilometers wide. Yep. Nice of being in your 30s. Yep. Wrinkles. Border noise. I was like saying words there. Could anyone understand what I was saying? That is one way to do the border noise, is just like you just say something completely rational and completely illegible. Not at all. Wait, what's not at all? Oh, not at all. Every streamer should have these. Yep. They're fun, aren't they? Okay, let's have a look at the Arbiter Mark II. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We are going to actually look at the bloody thing that we... Insulated gate bipolar transistor. That is a hell of a name. We might need to change the name of this thing, because I think there's already something called a transistor, and that name's very long. Maybe insulator could be what it's called. Alright, so here is Damu Arbiter, and we do need to contrast this with... Ooh, that is some... What is this thing on with? I see particle... Hang on, let's go find on the spreadsheet where the Arbiter is. I believe... I have belief. Arbiter. I have a search function. Arbiter. Whoopsie daisy. Arbiter. Let's see here. Very box can use more shapy. Superstructure could be taller. Missile deco could be nice. This is a medium design. Interesting barrels on it. Very interesting. Yash. Yeah. Alright, so the superstructure is still not very tall. Wait, what notes did I have for this? Hold on. Arbiter, very box could use more shaping. That's definitely more shaping. It's more shapy, it's more greebly. Very nice, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Could be taller. Missile deco could be nice. Is there a missile deco on this now? There is! Oh, that's a lot of laser. Hello, hello. Okay, let's spawn in the old Arbiter for Le Contraste. Le Contraste? Can I even pause the game from here? I don't know. Ships. No. Oh. Arbiter. Aha! And I just need to go over here, double check that I am in Swell Republic colors. Aha! So the old one had different fleet colors. Aha! Yeah, the new one is definitely more sleek. Superstructure still could be a little bit taller, I guess. It feels very low slung compared to how ships work. That's okay. Thought that was a plasma gun for a second. The helicopter is definitely big. Hang on, does this thing have fleet colors? Oh, this is one of this is one of the McCaws that needs more fleet colors on it. Oops, oopsie daisy. And I failed to notice that. Oh boy, that's on me. Also larger helipad. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so apparently this beats the old one quite handily. So let's test that theory. Let's see how she do. Let's see how she do. Border Ancient. Yep. Sadly can't stay because work day, but happy soon. Thank you, driver. See you. You talk like my nan back in Brisbane with that border noise. It's like 2 times the price now. Also has a lambs. Yeah. I figured. So the old one is... Oh no. Did you hear that? The police are coming to arrest me for being too old on the internet. So the old one is like just shy of 300k. And the new one is almost twice as expensive. That's funny. Alright, so now let's go over here and see if we can't find the Arbiter, which, remember, was around 208 something. There it is. Let's see how do. Also, fun fact. I just was in the Patreon Discord, people talking about like how lambs have been bugged for the longest time, and I didn't even really notice. Where was that particle cannon? Oh, that one. Kaboom. And yeah, how fast is this? This thing is fast as hell, my goodness. Fast boat. I mean, the old one was still decently quick, but like, yeah. Oh wow, the old Arbiter is getting absolutely mauled. This might be a bit much for a medium design. Let's, might need to chuck this... Yep, whoa, old Arbiter got absolutely Tyrannosaurus Shrek'd. Oh, boy. That is... Yay! Party balloons! Boy, alright, let's repair that. Now is the friend, it's fine. Right, let's throw this against, well, of course, 1v1, it's against a 500k thing. Let's throw this against another medium design. Let's throw it again. So the Arbiter is a medium. Let's find a 500k thing. 500k thing. The Claymore. The Claymores are godly, so... Let's try the Swordfish. The 260 and 300k cost bracket was overcrowded anyway. Very true. It has 300mm railgun, so yeah, so the next one up would be the Claymore. We tested that matchup, and the Arbiter does sometimes win because it aims underwater. Claymore has a real lack of armor underwater. No, Claymore is hard. All right. Ah, okay. Well, we're doing against the Swordfish, which I believe is a very glass cannon-y cannon. Ah, yes, the fun flares. Ah, yes, proper missile defense is very, very good. This might be a hard spaghetti. Wait, what was the Swordfish again in terms of difficulty? No, the Swordfish is also a medium. Let's have a look at this missile deco. Oh, yeah. Oh, bloody gorgeous. Oh, bloody gorgeous, mate. Oh, that's a missile it is. Warbar spontaneously turned Australian. I got me Marmite stuck on me koala. It's really inconvenient. Right, next one, Swordfish is maybe an easy design, I am mature. I said that was reviewed. The Swordfish can do a ton of damage, but only if you let... Yeah, I'm starting to agree with that. We might need to drop down the Swordy Fish. I mean, there is actually an easy slot. Do we need to... We do. Yeah. Yeah, I think we do need to drop the Swordfish down, because it just gets... Anything with decent missile defense, it just, like, you know... It just, like, absolutely bodies the Swordfish. So... straw poll. Hold on. Let's do a straw poll, because that's fun. Where... Democracy. Where is democracy? Manage poll. New poll. Make fish. Make. Hold on. Move Swordfish. Too easy. Yeah. Nah. And duration, we're gonna leave that as 2 minutes. And yep. Let's start the poll there. Right, poll management. Did I accidentally click on yeah? I hope not. Anyway, Swordfish definitely probably should be demoted or something. Yep, there's a lot of votes for yeah. Yeah, nah, yeah. Alright, let's spawn in our friend again, and the Claymore, I believe, is the next thing we want to look at. Where did I put it? There we go. Claymore, okay, nothing wrong with it being easy. I think it fits well. Yeah, true. True. Alright, so far, yep, everyone's voting. I mean, I guess it's a little unfair on everyone who is not here, but, Claymores are hard, you say? Yep, yes it is. Oh, the Claymores are plasma design. Did something explode? Yeah, plasma does horrible things to turret caps when it hits them directly. Alright, so the Arbiter... Claymore is winning. That's a lot of fire. It's also nasty enough to aim for the same spot repeatedly, which is almost standard practice with plasma, I'd say. Let's see there. Claymore's at 96. Arbiter's at there. It's a medium design, but it's on the strongish side, I'd say. Also, what set this on fire over here? Missiles, maybe. Yep, that's, the votes are in. Move Swordfish to easy. Alright, got jumped by a Windows update design. Oh no! Currently revising the Claymore plan to cover some of the points because it's a little too fragile there. It's like 60-40 for the Claymore running this particular matchup, I think. That sounds about right. Oh, nope, there you go. Oh, that alone, I think, can keep the Arbiter in medium. If it doesn't have ejectors, then any kind of penetrating shot will call it to it. Okay, no, I'm happy with that being where it is. And the great thing is that, yeah, I'm happy with this thing. Hold on a second. It's some kind of avant-garde antenna, I don't know. Maybe a bit of maybe a mast or something would be nice. But you know, it's no biggie. Alright, so me likey spaghetti. Me likey spaghetti, and me likey what spaghetti has done. Yeah, some kind of masty thing would be nice. Just, I don't know. It looks, honestly, it looks more from the Depsy ship rather than the kind of realistic thing we're going for Sewol, which is why Sewol's so bloody hard. But yeah, maybe also a bit more barrel deco. These look kind of noodly. Yeah, apart from that, nah, I'm happy with this. Holy, it does the Arbiter against the Claymore, but it took around 10 minutes. Yeah, like, with Plasma in particular, it really depends where it shoots. I think it took out a firing piece or two. I think early on in the fight that would have done. Unlucky with aimboard, just popped the turret capture fight. Yep, spent way too long on funnel bread here. I do like the spinny copper coil. Spinny? Yeah, those are quite nice. Those are nice, but basically long noodly barrels on a realistic looking ship just kind of looks odd. So, all right, tactical spaghetti. I don't need to, like, post this blueprint. I can just give you a thumbs up here. Replacement. And now I'm going to, well, then I'm going to do things on the spreadsheet now. I'm going to move the Swordfish here down to the easy section. And just going to do that, And the Arbiter is going to be updated. Could use a proper mast. Barrels could be decoed to look less noodly. And that's it. That's all the feedback I need. Yep, gonna replace the old one in the library. Yeah! And I will replace, well, I'll do some stuff here. Right, let me show you let's show you the mighty spreadsheet. We now have multiple mighty spreadsheets. Yes, I know I'm signed in as myself. Alright, so Arbiter. Control F. Arbiter. Still over there. Arbiter. There we go. And the Arbiter just needed decoration thingies, and that's all good. That's all good. New Arbiter looked at. We've done it. Yep. Okay, tactile spatty. Okay. Right, next is, and we need to go over to amphibious land for that. Also, I think, yeah, Glakave needs way more land, I think. It needs way more shallow ocean. Alright, so let us spawn in. Where is our thing? Where is our pond? Thank you again, Azusa, for doing this. Alright. Right, I'm gonna do this and replace, because I almost forgot. We need to put the new Arbiter here and replace the old Arbiter. 500k of nonsense. And now we need to go over here. Right, insulated gate bipolar transistor. I believe there's medication for that. Whoa! Hey, raid, Cartooli boy, thank you for the raid. Welcome, people. If you don't know me, I am Borderwise. That's the name. Not necessarily wise about borders. And by gum, we're playing From the Depths. And working on our custom campaign that is taking a very long time. I'm taking this opportunity to stretch. This is not the surrender pose. Oh my goodness, my arms are aching. I do not lift them above my head enough. Ah, the Duker wants border wisdom. Here's the border wisdom. Remember to put your hands in the air. Your body language can affect your mood. Thank you for the follow, MCR Karma. It is the Canoe Man. The Canoe Man himself. That's me, I hope. Alright, so you're just in time. By the way, we're streaming From the Depths today. First From the Depths stream of the week. We also do art streams and other video game streams. Which reminds me, I need to think about what RTS we're going to be playing through next. Yikes. Alright, we're looking at a tank. A big scary tank. Alright. Haven't looked at the Glacave thing for some time. Alright, let's see. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's just a big-ass laser. Is it a Pierce laser? It's... Oh, how interesting. How interesting indeed. How many sub-objects are in here? Alright, it has guns. It has a... Oh dear, it's got mixed clips. Yep. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Okay, mixed clip APS. Not the best of ideas. What is this Sea-Whiz? That is a Sea-Whiz. Some kind of rail deflect thingy. Oh, that is an interesting turret. It has... Oh, that is a very interesting turret. It's got 3 weapons in one. Really hope... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, yes. It's doing the proper, thing. Oh, if you have weapons with different muzzle velocities on a turret, you need to put extra weapon controls to ensure that they all aim correctly, and it looks like that's exactly what this is doing. This is controlling one weapon. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's exactly what it's doing. Very nice. That is... Oh, no. The firing piece and the mantlet are placed with different rotations. Uh-oh. Interesting. That could be problematic. Alright, we'll have to chuck this thing against another Godly Glacave thing just to see what happens. Oh, I need to look at Jen. Me and Karma Mabia have played Halo 2. Very good! Nice. Tufted Duck also has some color changes. Okay. I can't do boats in FTD, I'm a thrustercraft main, lol. Fair enough. Boats are actually hard. They're even harder than you think. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Hey, you should play the Disney Treasure 1. What? Once again, by the way, Karma went the Borderwise when I said who I'm raiding. Yay! I'm slightly famous. Planet Game Battle at Procyon. That warning doesn't actually matter as far as I know. True. It doesn't really mean anything as far as I know. Yeah, I've never seen it. I just always place my firing pieces the right way around. Alright, let's throw this thing. I'm not gonna... I have a special program now for checking for illegal blocks. So... we can, what can we do here? Let's go find Glacave Dominion. And what can we throw at our friend here? Where did I go? Where did we go now? Where did we go now? Alright, so let's throw it against the ornithologist and see what happens. Right, so where is the ornithologist? Alphabetical. Ornithologist is there. For some reason I thought the ornithologist was more expensive. Hopefully this isn't an outdated one. Kablooey. Oh, hello. Oh no, it's Broadside 2.0. Oh no, this thing is slow. Uh-oh. Wait, no, it's not that slow. She's revving up. What's her behavior? Oh, that is a short-range broadside. Yep, okay, she is in the water. She is going scoot scoot. And missile volley eaten. Ornithologist is having a horribly bad day. Ah, this thing does not have torpedo defense. Oopsie daisy. And shells are on target, so that's important. What is this? That is a fat shell. Look at that. Oh, that is an AP heat, APHE. Yikes. Yep, nope, that is a strong shell. Strong shell it is. It's been very fun this far. You and my darling are slowly playing through the entire Halo series in co-op because neither of us have played before. It's been very fun thus far. It is a lot of fun to play through games that, like, you've missed. Like, even if, or especially if you're very old. Because it's interesting to see what things games have that, like, you might think are more modern, or you get to look back on the past. It's like, yeah, it's similar to watching a really old movie. It's like, damn, this is surprisingly good, or has not aged well. I'm getting that kind of feeling from playing through the Witcher series, which, by the way, The Witcher 3 absolutely is going to be the thing we play through after we've played through an RTS campaign of some kind. But I don't know what to play. 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 Oh yeah, that's a big fat torpedo. Oh yeah, that torpedo's so fat. Oh, that would have difficulty fitting places. Sorry. I've been getting that feeling with playing System Shock, yeah. Wow, this has aged. Yep, System Shock is... It's funny, I watched a review about System Shock not too long ago. It was like, oh, is it the remake or the OG one? It's like, System Shock is like, huh, interesting. Play Supreme Commander I don't want to play Supreme Commander. I never liked Supreme Commander. It's too complicated. Quotes page. Oh, no, not the... Actually, while we're here, the quotes page is fun. Let's read out the quotes page. Okay, let's read out some of these. And I'm going to read them out for I usually avoid swearing, but in this particular case, it's good. Is this in verse order? Right, so we're gonna read them in order. Alright, so... 27th of November 2025. Gamer girl piss is very hydrating. Azusa. Oh no, it's so big. It's so big. Whatever shall we do? Borderwise, 27th of the 11th, 2025. Oh gods, I'm turning into Azusa. Borderwise, follow up to the above. Emergency landing. Have you ever had an emergency landing before? I believe it's like landing, but it has a G. A landing is like landing, but there's a G spot in it. Borderwise, the 3rd of the 12th, 2025. The dick! The dick! Everyone, clip this, it's the dick! It's the dick! The dick! It's looking at the balls! Oh no! I'm gonna get so demonetized! The dick! The dick! I wonder what my neighbors are thinking of me. Otherwise, 29th of the 12th, 2025. I can keep going. Should I keep going? Quotes page. Starting VS Code right this moment. The OG is very interesting considering you use arrow keys to look around. Yeah! What? Damn, shooters used to do that. I always found Subcom to be relatively simply compared to some other RTS. There's no research and only 2 resources. There's like 1 billion units. Bodo is just incriminating himself right now. Yep. Right, I'm gonna keep reading quotes. Oh, a lot of these are from me or Azusa. It's amazing that as I've grown older, spanking has gone from something I hated to something I love. Azusa. That was bad. I'm gonna stop reading out the dates, otherwise I'll be here all day. Oh yeah, also now I remembered I gotta ask my wife to treat me like a North Korean prison tonight. Azusa, bad taste in hindsight. Well, that's the thing. I would burn down an orphanage if it would accomplish something good. That one was me. Otherwise, I would never kick a puppy. I would kick, like, you know, a soft animal. Borderwise. I meant a soft toy, by the way, in context. It's better in context. Interesting. Is that laser well protected or no? No, laser is kind of protected. Also, the cyberspace and OG system shock is very interesting. I sent you the game I recommended on Patreon. Thank you for Windard. If you hover over him, it shows context. Oh, wait. It does? Ah! Oh, that's very good. That's really clever. Alright, so... Oh, this thing's just decided to sink. Hello? Why have you sunk? Uh-oh. Well, oh, that's why it sunk. Aha! It sank because torpedo. Alright, so this thing definitely needs torpedo defense. Ironically, for a tank. Alright, I'm gonna keep reading out quotes because I'm having a good time. Oh yeah, and then the context for the orphanage thing is... Disclaimer, without people inside is a charity seeking to collect money for building a new, better one. Daddy Wise. X3. Driver. Oh no, I missed it. Quick, show me the penis again. That was me. For context, in case anyone wondering, there is a joke craft that spawns in the main menu when you have Patona loaded, as made by Azusa, and it is a, it is a decoed black dick and balls. And a tool to... Here's a question. What was the first RTS game? And if you know it, have you played it yet? I believe the first RTS game was a Dune title, I believe? I think? It's hard to say, because it's like... Game genres are not nearly as clear-cut as people think it is. It's like... Was it Westwood Studios which made like a Dune RTS? Like very... It was like very, very old. The one thing I made completely sure would spawn on the menu before I put out test 10. Yeah. Am I right about that? I'm like, mostly sure about that. Ew. Context is this one. Make it white, yellowish, like it hasn't been released for several months. New surreal. That was this year, actually. It was the 11th of the 2nd. And the hover context is, I ain't giving you more context than that. Cheers, Tactical Spaghetti. And, oh god, collaring me and walking me like a dog does not count as doing 50% of the work. That was Azusa. Me again. Spaghetti didn't put the date on this one. Look at my rod, my mighty rod of fun. And, ooh, did they give her the good drugs? Literally one of the best days of my life was when I got my wisdom teeth pulled because the drugs they gave me made me feel so good. Yeah, that was me. And, finally, is that a cock on my screen? And this is 3D Record, by the way, the first time seeing Azusa's joke dick spawn on the main menu. Is that a cock on my screen? And then I said, first time? Well, someone said first time. And the fuck you mean, first time? What cocks are on yours? Very good. Alright, what has been happening here? So, we weren't just bumming around and being silly. This thing has a problem with torpedoes. It also has a... Hold on, let's delete everything and repair this. And if I turn this off... Does it immediately sink? No, it does not. Very good. Right, needs torp defense. Is it godly, though? It clobbers the ornithologist. Let's throw it against the precipitation, just to see what happens. I think the precipitation will win, because the precipitation is absolute terrifying, like... Did I put notes on the precipitation? I believe the precipitation was like, we were just trying to figure out whether it like had sub-vehicle turrets, and I guess we decided it didn't. Let's put you there, 2,000 meters over here. Gonna spawn the precipitation, 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 precipitation. We're spawning it on Stone Light colors just for giggles. Y'all never had cocks. The first time was me. Okay, true. You know, I was really glad I forgot some of these quotes. Well, the quotes didn't forget you. Right, let's spawn this in while I look at chat. See the borderwise saying wacky stuff for Azusa being horny on Mania. Goose says that Herzog Zwei is the first one considered a true RTS. Ooh. Refresh the quotes for a second if you're done reading them. Okay, I'll do that in a sec. Dune is one of the first. Oh boy. What just happened? Oh, that AI-less nuke thing is... How the hell do you top, like... Yeah, this thing is a pierce laser and just endless nukes coming in, so... Oh, wow, that uses the same, Godly tanks are very difficult. How do we make this more godly just without spamming nukes on it? Yeah, nope. Well, it's not as godly as the precipitation, that's for sure. Whoops, I was supposed to be reading chat. 95% of the time, first time with me, you all never had cocks on your screen. I am legally obligated not to answer that question. And not on Twitch stream probably. Well, not by accident. Fair, but both. I'm older was on the internet long ago. I definitely got meat spun at some point, so that's accident. Oh god. Ugh. I managed to get to another stream. Hello, Monarch Manifest. Welcome, welcome. Those nuke missiles are tiny. They don't have AIs on them. It's that's something people have figured out. Impressive tank. Are there nukes truly that small? Is that pure mimic work? Also, beautiful water effect on the nuke. Yep. Render distance mod, baby. Yeah, the precipitation is really making it rain. Alright, let me show you what these nukes actually look like. They really are that small. Okay, I'm not allowed to remove them. That's unfortunate. Oh, lordy, they are amphibious. Oh, the humanity. How the bloody hell do you make a godly tank? Right, I think the laser turret needs to be a secondary turret on top. You know, like what you'd have a machine gun, and it needs point defense badly. Godly. Let's throw this against a... Let's throw this against a thruster craft of some kind. Also, once again, the stream title has lied horribly. Because what planes? We haven't gotten to the planes yet. Let us find here. This fella. What am I doing with my lips? Nuke spam isn't really my thing. Yeah, no, it's also beautiful. Whatever. I thought the nuke spam got rejected due to using sub-vehicle stuff in a way that's not allowed. I thought so as well. Now I'm awake like 2.5 hours later than I should be considering work third shift. So I've unfortunately got to run. Make more big boobs for you while I'm gone. Take care, yo. Okay, see you, Monarch. I don't think testing against the nuke spam is really fair. No, it isn't. There are no planes. No, there will be planes. I swear. I swear. Alright, so the problem with Glakave is that they have a bunch of... wait a minute. Let's throw this against another godly thing. Needs more godless. Where's the momentum? Dare I use the momentum? Which is 600k. Yeah, let's see how this goes. This is one of the weaker godlies at the moment. Oh, this thing is fast as hell. Okay. Yeah, nope, the hell is this thing called? I'm just gonna call this thing, save this thing as the insulator, because, I don't believe we have one of those yet. Oh, poor insulator, yeah. I need to swarm this against a godly, Amphitasma tank, just to see. The lanes are a lie, lol. Planes are a myth propagated by Lockheed Martin to make money. Yep, and Skunk Works was literally skunks. It just occurred to me that's a hell of a reference to make. There's a lot of, I guess, history and military hardware nerds in chat, because this is from the depths, after all, but... You all heard of Skunk Works? Yeah, they're actually upside-down cars that drive along the Earth's ceiling. Oh, beautiful. Oh, right, I was meant to refresh the quote page. I'm fast adding these. Yep, there's the quote from the stream. Oh yeah, that torpedo is so fat. Oh, that could have difficulty fitting places. I am disgusting. Why do people watch my content? Oh dear. Who doesn't know about skunkworks? Lots of people. You gotta bear in mind that most human beings, like, I don't know, they do things like watch reality TV and stuff. Does anyone here watch reality TV? Presumably people do. I always look at things like, I don't know, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, think to myself, there are lots of people who watch this, and I haven't met any of them. Oh my goodness! Wow, momentum lost momentum so hard that, like, the universe lagged. Nah, I don't even have a TV. Neither do I. What is a TV anyway? These days, a TV is just a big computer monitor. Plenty of people, probably most FTD players know. True. True, true, true. We all have a certain kind of mind. No reality TV for me. I did last week. Otherwise stream. Indeed. Hello, Panturtle. On YouTube. If I want some brain-dead entertainment, I watch React content. If I want brain-dead... Maybe that's why I'm always so tired, because, like, I don't have brain-dead entertainment. Honestly, I should do that more. I should just put some music on and play some kind of mindless video game. I've been playing a lot of Soulstone Survivors, because, once you get the hang of that game, you just walk your character in a circle and things die around you, and it's fantastic. Alright, so the momentum... this thing beats the momentum, which is in the godly section because it's just so fast. And I am actually even going to color that like that, because the momentum needs more godliness. Gravitas go nuts. Combine. This thing is not going to do well against the Combine. I really want to see if this thing's godly enough. Actually, we should throw this against a godly tank, because I know for sure that Amphitasmal godly tanks are actually kind of scary. Let's go tank. Let's throw it against the Crucian and see what happens. And we're going to do the thing of spawning along the water's edge. Right here. Here we go. The Crucian is strong as bulls, and it frightens me. And the Crucian is a lot cheaper than this. How expensive is this? Oh, this could be a mistake. This could be a mistook. I'll spawn in 4 of them. See how we do here. I think a lot of the expense of this thing is just the laser and the particle cannon. So the Crucian, which is basically just a well-protected railgun. This thing is adorable. I forgot how good the Crucian looks. Alright, let's see here. Alright, Insulator is already down 2% health. Godly tanks are really, really hard to make, and I applaud anyone who even tries, including me. Except I was making a Godly Tank Hunter, which was even more difficult, as it turns out. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, lots of small tanks are better than one big one. The Germans should have known that in the World War II. To be fair, most computers are full of useless bloatware that no one asked for, so maybe the deal is in that... Wait, what? Okay, what are people saying in chat? No, most TVs are large devices full of useless bloatware no one asked for, and basically a very bad computer. Only thing I actually watched on TV would be nature documentaries because I'm boring. Orange, I used to watch a lot of nature documentaries. Now I watch YouTube videos about the natural world, because a lot of them are actually better. That in the first quarter news before turning the TV off. Christian is a wee bit smaller and doesn't punch up super well. You say that! It's doing pretty well at the moment. I remember the geologist cartoon about experts and assuming the knowledge of a layperson. Yeah, like, that tends to be something I've noticed in the From the Depths community. Is like, who doesn't know about sloped armor and, like, you know, the ball bearings in, like, Germany? A lot of people don't know. We're weird. We are the strange ones, remember? And I love you for it! Alright, to be fair, most computers full of useless bloatware. Okay, after playing Barons of the North, I reaffirmed how expensive some craft are. Recalculated AP Heat, doing AP Heat things. Even though most of my biggest craft are only 250 to 350,000 yen, my most expensive is only 615k. Yeah, Barons of the North really changes your perspective on what is expensive and what isn't. Who doesn't know about Jutland? A lot of people don't know about Jutland. I know about Jutland. Put emojis in chat if you know about Jutland. Also, we're a bunch of friggin'... Oh, no. This explains a lot. Wedge! She used Wedge! She used Wedge! Oh, that was an explosion in a bit. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, this thing ain't quite godly yet. What would be a reasonable thing to add to this? How do? You know what would be helpful for determining a godly... Let's throw this thing into the Titanoboa and see what happens, given that the Titanoboa needs a full rebuild. And yes, I am bracing for that. I also feel the need to point out the weaknesses, especially ones I'm at least partially responsible for, like the Crucian, true. Then half the time they go on just to mog someone anyway. Yep, the modest legendary builder. Oh, it's not that good. Oh, it destroyed your everything. Oops! Hujut. Jutland was an interesting battle. Jutland is a place. There was something wrong with the bloody ships that day. They had a battle near it was named after. I don't know him. You don't know Jutland? Chat! Talk about Jutland for a second, while I spawn in the Titanoboa. How expensive is the Titanoboa again? The Titanoboa is a big fat thing. It's fat, so I'm going to spawn 2 of these guys. Alright, let's see if my nonsense works. Ah, yes! My misbegotten child. The tank tractor. Not tank tractor, the other thing. I'm hoping my boy wins, but somehow I doubt it. Never mind, my boy is winning. Kind of, sort of, not really. Oh, it keeps switching targets. Oh, that's a problem. Oh no. The front sider problem. Right, Titanoboa. I think the Insulators might win just because the Titanoboa is very stupid and keeps... Never mind. I also need to deco that thing a lot better. Okay then, I think this could use more godliness. I'm not sure how though. Definitely gonna accept it though, because I like it. Land that Juts even. I don't think the Titanoboa is bad at its job when it's allowed to do it. It does have big guns and big armor. True. Maybe they should damn the torpedoes and go full speed ahead. Sorry, I'm not sure only Deco won't fix the Titanoboa. Wait, double negative. Wait. Wait, double negative. What did, Damn that quote ain't... Damn that quote ain't from Jutland. I can't type either. Chat, you're confusing me! Chat, you are confuzzling me terribly. Okay, I want to make Deco only will not fix the Titanoboa. Nope, nope, which is why I say a complete rebuild is gonna be needed. Oh boy, I'm gonna need to make a big fella here. Oof. Wait, they had Torps back then? Yep, they did. Hey, shout out given to Neko Boy Blue. Wait, when did Neko Boy? Oh, just as planned. Oh, shakes, Neko Boy. Didn't see you in chat. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. When did you get here? Welcome, Neko Boy. Everyone give Neko Boy a follow. Does excellent Catboy streaming. Not like that. Whatever you're picturing, stop it. It is good, wholesome Catboy gaming stuff. Gotta get a flat pack cabinet inside before work, so I'm gonna jet. Okay! Would love to see and explain about who this Jut guy is. Wikipedia is your friend. See you forwarded. I just got here. Torps were mines, though. Yeah, that is the interesting thing. Torpedoes were originally... Well, torpedoes were originally a kind of ray, and still are. And then the mine, a torpedo was originally a kind of mine, and then they had the idea of, what if we put a propeller on it? And then, by gum, you have the torpedoes. Okay, yeah, I don't think these guys are going to win, so I'm going to do some typing. First, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to load in our friend here, and I'm going to save it as the insulator, because this name's too long. Apologies, Walter Rourke. I am going to... what am I going to do? I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go Glockavi Dominion Insulator. Because that is a very long name. And I'm not going to remember. Insulated Gate Bipolar Transistor. That could be the full name in the lore. So don't let me forget about the lore. But I'm calling it the insulator because that's like friggin'... Alright, insulator. There we go. You drive in a little circle for the amusement of the people. Tanks are fun. Tanks are fun. Screenshot. Torpedoes originally referred to stationary mines. Yep. Also, why are mines called mines? Does anyone know? Alright, so I have notes on this thing. I also have a change log to do. Alright, first things first, the spreadsheet, before I forget. Behold the spreadsheet. I know I just had my tank drive in a circle. Oh yeah, what was happening here? Oh, Dragon Crest was working on a godly carrier? Interesting. Make superstructure less fake. Somebody did that already. It was over here. All right, here we go. Let's go. Insulator. Gonna go here, and the first thing is needs more godly. Go nuts. Laser should be a secondary turret. Should probably be a secondary turret for point defense. Test against precipitation. Because the precipitation, I think, like, if you have decent point defense that's set to attack salvage, it should work. That is a tall order, but yeah, that's the level of godly that the Cave is currently bringing. Very early examples like World War II. Yep, if World War II proceeded. It's like the flamethrower. Boy, I sure want to hit that guy with a mine, but he's all the way over there. If only there was a way to get it over there. Yep. And then he said this to his friend who was good with tools, and then wee boom. That pretty much sums up military development. Okay, people talking about torpedoes. Yep. Okay, so. Insulator. Did I spell that right? Hold on. Let's check how that's spelled. Yep. That's spelled correctly. I'm glad. Alright, so now that's there. Now I need to go find... I need to go update things. In which case, that means main menu time. Everyone look at this delightful main menu. Keep an eye out... I just exited the game. Don't look at my desktop. It's private. Okay, let's go here. And while that's happening... Don't look at my desktop. Don't look at my desktop. It's private. That was pure reflex. It's like, alright, we're done in the designer, or we're going to have lunch now. Okay. I just showed my desktop on stream. Oh! Hard Space Shipbreaker, nice. Yeah, the soundtrack at least. I like the soundtrack, the game, I was hit and miss. Alright, let's go... Let's actually show off Penis Land, by which I mean Platono. It was meant to be Canoe-mageddon, it is becoming Dick-mageddon. Right, I'm going to put change notes in here. Actually, first I'm going to go here onto that Discord, and I'm going to ping people. Carve Dominion, jump to present, and I'm going to add tactical spaghetti with sauce. New godly tank for the Carve, renamed Insulator for brevity. And I need to go here. Don't look at my files! Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Right, where we go? Where we go? Where we go? Where do we go? Did I really put that in Swole updated? I think I might have. Uh-oh. No, I didn't. I'm a smart person. There you go. Alright, then that's done, and that's... There's the penis! Very shiny balls. Everyone look at the shiny balls! Okay, let's see. Platono, change log. Today is the day. Today is the 5th of the 13th. It's Christmas, it's March already. Where's this year going? Nyah! Yeah! Free border noise for you. There's a lot of penis happening on screen. Somebody blow up this penis. This one specifically, no one else's. Did I spit on my monitor? Yes, I did. Ew. 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 Too much information, but also ew. Log in. And I'm here. And a change log. Alright, craft added. It's gonna be a thing, like over here. Oops, daisy. Craft added. It is the something of the thing. It is the fifth of the thing. Craft added. Glacave Dominion. Glacave Dominion. What is the definition of a Dominion again? Tank. Insulator. Insulator. We're gonna go here. Ah! There we go. Success. And now I need to go... I'm gonna leave that for now, because otherwise my notes are gonna be oh so messy. Right. Hey, Random Top Dad has arrived. Hooray! Want that fill meal with furniture hardware, lest the person goes on there. Only so much tech stuff I can endure. Actually, the first thing I printed when I got my 3D printer, a small 3cm model of everyone's favorite craft. The Marauder? You heard it here first. Butterboy supports blowing penises up. Did you look at the new Glacave tank? I did! Yep, cool. I did the deco before. Well done! He had trouble finding something to test against, but it was accepted. Isn't that like a colony with extra autonomy or something? A Dominion. I don't know. I'm trusting you, chat. Don't let me down now. Nah, I meant the penis craft. Oh! Wait, you printed a tiny dick? Or big dick? Wait, no, 3 centimeters is tiny. No shame! We should be blowing up penises. Consensually, if possible. Unless the penis has been horribly misused to cause suffering and sadness. What am I talking about? Alright, those are the two things to look at. It is time for the ad break, actually. Alright, I'm gonna take the ad break now. Because I want more coffee. I'm attempting to replace my blood with caffeine. Which means I'm already on the main menu. This is perfect. Didn't want to waste more filament on. Hello, Zuza. You're just in time for the ad break. Be sure to point out every piece of genitalia you see. Didn't want to waste more filament on that. Nice, I joined in G-see giant balls. 3 centimeters isn't small. If you say so. Random Toddhead is perfectly average. Well, you lot get to discuss that while I go eat more coffee. You can't see me. Do you like it when I shimmy across the webcam? You know, I forgot about my headphones. Camouflage against my chair, you can't see me. Okay, now. Now I go eat more coffee, because clearly I'm not silly enough. I'll see you very soon! Whee! I'm back, and I'm putting my socks on. You don't get to see sock feet. Oh, that's a special Patreon tier or something. Okay. Okay. I have coffee, so you may rejoice. Okay then. Okay, what are people saying? Size is the most important thing for the majority of people anyway. Exceptions exist. Good nuclear bomb POV. Alright, speaking of POV. I have my soup mug of coffee. I forgot my spoon. I need to constantly stir my coffee. Ah! I even thought to myself, keep the spoon. You will need it. And yet, I did not keep the spoon. Why is nothing spawning now? Well, let's enjoy this scenery together, I guess. Where are we? We're here. Cottonmouth crashed. Watched a wildcard chase a bombardier for over a minute straight the other day. Speaking of the bombardier, there it was. Unstoppable force versus uncatchable entity. I like how for anyone not familiar with Bodan, that can mean literally anything. Hell, I'm not sure how many people know what both those things are, even among the people who are familiar. I don't remember. I know the wildcard. The bombardier in particular is only used by the king crab, and that's the one and only nuke that Amphitasma has, if I recall. Nothing else spawns them, giggle-wise, indeed. Oh, the bombardier. Somewhat mistake of my creating. The main menu just stops spawning stuff after a while. Well, by gum. We need to hop back into the designer and then back into the main menu, because I'm not done reading chat. So there. Otherwise, one day you should have a totally different facecam angle, but not address it at all. Like, you know, I'll probably do that by accident. Don't know why. In fairness, if you tried to fight the king crab, you'll know exactly what the bombardier is. Well, I'd know what it is, but I wouldn't remember the name. Alright. Drink coffee. Uh-oh. I just want to see if this tank manages to escape the nuclear weapon that's chasing it. It's actually doing a very good job. Hey lads, do you like a big orange ball in your face? Okay, bored now. Moving along, we've got to look at aircraft. Lots of them. Let's put this somewhere where I'm less likely to knock that over. Very good, very good, very good. Very good, very good, very good. Alright, so. This is the spreadsheet. You know it well. I should hope so. Right, so, where were we? We were here. So we were looking at planes, and as per usual, there's been not much plane looking. We gotta look at that twig. Let's look at the twig. What's the deal with that twig? That twig, that twig, that twig. Twig, 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 twig. Right, twig. Alright then, let's do this. This thing was modeled after something or something. Right, this thing was... I'm not sure this needs anything. What does this need, folks? Does it need anything? Maybe more color contrast, that's all. That's all it needs. Who made this? Henry Wong made this. Let's just do that. More contrasting colors. And then Cascade Squadron. Yep, same thing. That's... Yep. Wait, no, didn't want to do that. Oh no! Copy pasted. Didn't actually want to do that. And yep, that's it. That's basically it. Hang on, we should probably throw this against something. Throw this against... Let's throw this against itself. What got auto-modded? Oh. Dear. Possibly not by name. True, but you know what it is. Lol, that got auto-modded. Yep, it did. Make the GD Otis. Well, now it's saying it's a link. Could maybe use pretty on the winds to make it a more smooth texture? True. Put a yee. Okay, you know what? Actually, hold on. Good point, good point. Let's look at this. That's not bad. Honestly, well, hold on. Pretty on the wings, make it a more smooth texture. Smooth, I don't know, smooth wings. I'll leave that up to whoever is gonna deco this, because... yeah, I'm not gonna be that fussy. Alright. What's weird is that you're not be able to post links. Plane just needs slightly more decals and color contrast. Yeah, just need more... yeah, that's all it needs. Also, let's throw it against itself and see how it fights, because why not? Right, missiles. It has them. Yep, and it's just... where are we? It appears to have flown into space. It actually is pretty decent missiles now I think about it. Fight is not going well for the twigs. Alright, that's an issue. The thing flies into space slightly too readily. What is the combat behavior of this? Oh, it's because they tried to fly over each other. That is an issue. I am going to make a note of that just here. All contrasting colors needs to not fly into space. Although that's something that needs to not fly into space when fighting craft similar to it. There we go. That is the twig. That is the twig. And we're going to put... twig. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Right. Twig, twig, twig. Spawn in the twig. Please angle a way that I get a good screenshot of you, please. You're going to space again. Please stop going to space. That is very silly. You have gone to space. At least we have a good screenshot now. Ta-da! Screenshot. Right. What was I doing? I was doing data entry. That's what I was doing. Alright, so all the problems... Aircraft continued. And the date is not the date that's here. The date is the 5th. The 5th. The 5th. The 5th and 4th. I am a very entertaining streamer, and you can tell by the noises I make. Alright, according to my wife, I'm a submarine. Bonk. Alright, I'm having struggles right now making submarines do submarine things. Pick you're not using hydrofoils. Please stop going to space. We have gone to space. You say to Russia during the space race. Yoda does calendar readings. Yes, 5th of March it is. For me it is, though. Not it is for you, yes. Where did I put my painkillers? Dagobah painkillers taste delicious. It's just the colorful mushrooms, it is. Yes, I'm not doing... I'm kind of doing a mix of Yoda being, you know, being silly and Yoda not being silly, because he actually talks normally after dropping the act. March 5th it is. March 5th it is. You're going too fast. This is the wrong MiG for high altitude flight. Yep, this is not the Foxbat. What are you doing? Not in my time to zone you are. And yes, everyone types things for me to say in the Yoda voice. It is very fun. Okay, so twig, yes. Alright, the Exaret. Right then. Alright, Exaret. Oh, this is very pretty. Wow, this thing might not need anything, because it already has contrasting colors. It has that blue on the wings. Mwah, beautiful. And the swipe. It has the swipey swipe. This is where you cut in half to share at birthday party. F4 Phantom, I believe. This does look like the Phantom, which I believe is a bloody gorgeous craft. Right then. That tail above the thrusters looks so cool. It does. Yeah, I don't think this thing needs any aesthetic tweaks, really, because it looks damn good. I haven't even been checking for sub-object nonsense. Oh my god. No, glad I did that. Glad I did that. What the hell is this? Oh. Interesting. What the absolute knobby balls is happening here? Oh. Oh, this seems unnecessary. Huh. Ooh. What the hell? I don't think that you need this. You really don't need... Alright, this needs de-sub-objectifying. It also looks... That's not clipping, is it? Hold on. Power word, removed echoes. Okay, it's not clipping. Oh, lordy. Yeah, what's this? What's this? Huh. Oh, this is basically borderline exploity. Because it's putting things on sub-objects so they don't have any drag. Yep, what's this? And that is a 360 turret. Which can rotate very slightly, I guess. This is what we get for not checking things like that. There's also a piston in here. What is that piston doing? Oh no, that's a missile deco. My bad. It also has a gun in there. There's a piston. Why? Oh no, it's got aesthetic deco clipping. Oh dear. Wait, it's a light block. Huh? Whoops. Hold on a second. What is happening? This is what I get for not looking at these things more closely the first time. Alright, let's see here. That is something... Oh, wait, what? Hold on, let's spawn this all in again. Why is it always the bloody... All these aesthetic builders come out? Right, power word, removed echo. Maybe... What the hell? So we go here. Oh, that's where the chairs... Okay, no. This is actually fine, because those... Why is it on a piston, though? Is it just so... Wait a minute, the extension... So it's centered, and pistons like that. Wow, that's a new one. This is making my soul turn to soup. There's got to be a way to flip it via bread. Yeah, it's flipping its lift wings. Yeah. Wasn't one of the Foxers literally just a MiG-21 with the engines elevated MiG-25? Yeah. Yeah, that's... Wow. The tail wing feels necessary to get that shaping to be fair. Not really. Like, this is the version with the decos turned off. The seat is on the piston. Yeah, oh, look. Extend piston, see what happens. If you can see the blocks under the deco, ejector seat, there isn't enough... There isn't enough deco. You would say that, Azusa. Oh, you would say that. So if you extend this... Oh, hello. Alright, this is not clipped. This is not clipped. It can move. Okay, that's alright. So this thing isn't really rule-breaking. It's just very strange. Let's see here. Let's check the bread. Of course there is bread. Oh my... Giddy Aunt Fanny, that's a lot of bread. Alright, so... The Axaret definitely needs some de-sub-objectifying, because imagine if the AI spawns like a whole bunch of these at once. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot, yeah, it's gonna be a lot, yes. Admittedly, this is a fairly expensive plane, so it won't spawn that many of them. Oh, that's a good screenshot. Oh, that is a good screenshot. I want to see that. Oh, hell yeah. That's a... Mwah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We will make beautiful music together. Alright, yeah. We need to make notes here. Absolute notes here. What in the spin blocks is this? Alright, so... Needs de-sub... objectifying. Do not need that many spin on wings. That's basically it, really. That's, you see, yeah, cut down on the sub-objects. Let's see its combat performance. Let's have it fight itself. How well does it do against itself? How well do you do punching yourself in the face? Psh, ah! And wait, this costs how much? 137. And so... there it is. There we go, 109. That bread looked like it suffered badly from the component's displacement bug. Yep. Plane is named Cruel. Axaret. Yep. Less bread than my average fly-by-wire system. Cockpit isn't too deep. Yeah, no, there are... Yeah. No, there's no rule breaking here. Elivar was saying the spin block tail is needed because it's angled down. Axaret is good projectile event. Hello, Senator Bodan. What is that? What language did you just type in? Is that... I think that's katakana? Konnichiwa? Konnichiwa. Watashi wa bakagaijin. Hi. I do that quite well. Okay. It's konnichiwa and here. Oh, it's hiragana. My bad. Yeah, you can... yeah, no, this should not be lagging this much. It's 4 not very big planes, and we're now at 30 frames a second. It is absolutely because there's too many sub-objects in play. This thing is dogfighting in a way that the real-life F4 Phantom could only ever dream of doing. Look at that. I'm not sure why the missiles need to be on turrets. That doesn't seem particularly helpful. Oh yeah, I know very small amounts of Japanese just from doing, like, karate for, like, 13 years or something. What was it? I did it 2009 to 2023. Yep. FTD planes don't have to worry about G-forces. They don't. I propose we switch English to using the character system like Japanese. Please don't. The English alphabet is, like, literally one of the only good things about the English language, because there's only 26 phonetic letters, and yes, it's horribly inconsistent rules, but, like, you know, it's not the alphabet's fault. And wing loading, and flow separation, yeah. And then requiring keyboards to have keys for every character. No! There's a lot going on with the Axaret. We need thousands of different characters. There's approximately 8 billion characters on the planet right now, and that's just the human beings. Is that not enough for you? My biceps sting from doing kettle boiling push-ups. It's the latest exercise craze. Alright, did I put the Axaret in the second spreadsheet? No, I did not. Alright, so that's literally it. We just need the sub-objectifying. Yeah, there. Whoop, thank you. Whoever did that, you are cool. Yeah, tits out for Amphitosma. All right. Axaret. And this thing is actually quite fun to watch dogfight, honestly. It is dogfighting itself, and it's winning. Winning the fight against yourself is truly one of the greatest accomplishments. That's what they taught me in karate, and also how to yell loudly while wearing white pajamas. I accidentally did a wisdom right before you did that, random top hat. And thank you for the stretch, Duker. Effective with your arm, incredibly difficult to hit. What is a border wisdom? Good border wisdom is, don't go too nuts on the sub-objects with any of your designs. Those are beautiful missiles. How did they do that? Those are beautiful missile trails. They're, like, really good. Also, the Axaret's lost. Unfortunately, the Axarets did lose against the Axaret. New rule. Every English word has a glyph. A unique glyph. Please no. How would you spell skibbity toilet then? Also, I hate myself for making that reference. I'm not even sure if it's a reference to anything. Alright, Axaret. There we go. And next is the goat. The greatest of all time goat. This is the perfect time for somebody to redeem the... Okay, this needs more pretty. It's a kind of plain. What the hell is this model after? It's modeled after something. Alright, is this got sub-object hell on it? No, it doesn't. Thank you! Something that has no sub-objects! I'm so happy! Set smoke color and alpha on missiles. True. Keyboard has all the glyphs. Or maybe only color, but you can customize the trail. I like the XR, though it definitely is pushing for sub-objects. Yak 15? I just heard my least favorite word. I just said my least favorite word, so I'm right there with you. Whoever came up with the word skibbity should, you know, should be gently slapped across the face with, like, a wet towel that is just slightly too cold to be comfortable. Or maybe all text can be written diagonally and then you have to read alternate rows. Azusa, do you just want to watch the world burn? What do you have against the English language? It sabotages itself enough. It's modeled after the Yak 15, the Exaret lost, the Exaret 1, long live the Exaret. Yeah, this needs more contrasting colors and just generally more pretty to, like, yeah, basically more contrasting colors. Contrasting colors, and yeah, more zhuzh. You know what I mean? More zhuzh. More contrasting colors. I mean, it does have contrasting colors on the back, it's just not very visible. Yeah, more contrasting colors, that's it, That'd be really good. To be fair, the Yak 15 was never good looking to begin with. I mean, yeah, like... Yeah, the Russians have made some gorgeous looking stuff, but a lot of their stuff is not. Zeus out here brainstorming ways to make everything as awful as possible for as many people as possible. Those back fins are really tiny. Yeah. What the hell? Marcel, what the hell did you just type? Gesundheit. Bodhi, do you have any really round things on the workshop? I'm trying to cap my submarine, but can't get it rounded. Just keeps looking pointy. If I use this thing as a template, what you can do is... I tend to use, like... hold on, let's do this. Let's just give this thing... So what I tend to do is something like... this. Unfortunately, round shapes are very difficult in From the Depths. So something like this, that's pretty round. We could do something like this as well. The problem with making a round front on anything is it's difficult. I would just... I would deco. I would do deco. I'd make it somewhat pointy. Like this. And then just hide it with deco. It's okay. Another funny word. What the hell? Wow. Estonian looks like someone just kind of fainted on their keyboard. Right, enough of this silliness. Go free, little yak! Be free! Wow, chat is something like that. Run things on the workshop. Replace all text with something that's only understandable by AI, so the only way you can ever read anything is through an AI. Some of the content. Azusa, you are being particularly evil today, and I don't appreciate it. It's very funny though. The underslung engine is unique, but not pretty. Yeah, what were they thinking with that? Use the mimic sphere. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Was Mensch das ich euch ganz normals word? You can run something pretty decent with offsets, stretch triangles, offsets, yep. I don't... Son Bone, I didn't know. Hello, 3D Wrecker. You are just in time for us to look at, vaguely Russian-looking planes, and people, like... apparently having a stroke on their keyboards repeatedly. Larger things can get pretty close around without needing much of any deco, but the smaller you go, the more rough it inevitably is. By the way, the Estonian one means Ice Road Developer, builds on the edge of the ice, catalog the edge of the ice. Well, calm down, Sin. They slapped a jet engine under a Yak 3. Yeah, they did. They totally did. I need to actually type things. It's 1.5 hours into the stream! It's 1.5 hours into the stream, and like this is what we're doing with our lives. Goat needs more contrasting colors, and it's just in the deco section. All right, I just did that. I don't know. Let's goat? Goat, how you do? Bogey spotted. Bogey spotted. Pick your nose, quick. They slapped a... That missile definitely put the miss in missile. I think actually the guns are doing most of the work here. Wow. This thing can actually hurt itself. Yep, it's mostly the guns doing the work. Let's focus on you. Yay, goat. Bodo is spending more time reading Reddit than gotta change the Steam category to just chatting. No! We're accomplishing things, I swear. Pretty much it's pretty difficult lining up to a whole tube. I get a roundish end cap only to have sharp corners sticking out where the tool parts meet. Like, you get it. I tend to find a half mimic sphere, plus a cylinder tends to do the trick. Replace letters and punctuation with a number of gray, so all characters can be a single pixel. Azusa, I read that initially as gay, which honestly would be more fun. Replace letters and punctuation numbers with different shades of gay. Make English more fabulous. Anyway, Sanit McBowen, what are you doing? How can I moderate a stream when people are typing in languages I don't understand? Incidentally, did you see my to-do list for the Platono earlier? I did see it. I did see it indeed. I did react to it, but like, I know that doesn't always get pinged. Okay, the goat is fine. Just needs more contrast in color. Next is the Sparrow Squadron. Ah! What? Okay. Sparrow. F-16s? Again. More zhizh. More greebling and smoothing. I need to finish drinking my coffee so it actually does something. Yeah. Alright. Alright. More greebling and smoothing needed. And how do you do combat performance-wise? This radar's funny. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Is this a... This is a radar-guided missile. Why the... radar... Oh, that's why. It has machine guns on it. That's why. Yay! 3D Wreckers on a watch streak. Let's all be really sick watching a plane zoom around. Moin mein Deutschen Linzu. Hello, hoi leber. I couldn't pronounce that. Imagine trying to read a book and it's just a grey screen and you have to zoom in and guess whether the first pixel is T or U because you don't know the exact shade. I don't want to imagine that. I get that enough with my own handwriting. 9. Fat F-15. Hanoi. I don't think it's really based on one IRL plane in particular. I'm surprised we haven't seen a LA-200 inspired plane yet, I think. Why does that sound familiar? What's the LA-200? Los Angeles 200? Man, it's enough having one Los Angeles. Imagine having 200 of them. In the future of space travel, some rich arsehole is probably going to try to do that. It's like, alright, we're going to build Los Angeles 200 times on Mars. I still need to get my big bomber to a place where I can submit it. Yes, okay. I will get there. Alright, we need to pull all. Where the thing? There the thing. Sparrow. Does it need anything? Does it need anything? Also, the Sparrow is an easy design, so... What is the cost of it? What have I done? 31,000 materials. So, there we go. Ah, frick! No! 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 The error of my ways. The error of my tea party tray. There we go. Do you remember? Does everyone remember the Great Difficulty reshuffle? I do. That was a hell of a thing. Alright, how you do again? You're flying into... Yep. Flying into space. You're all flying into space around here. You need to stop flying into space. There's no oxygen up there. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to make a campfire. Okay, so same thing with the... What was it? The twig? Right, there we go. Sparrow Squadron. Whee! Oh, this is the world's largest spreadsheet. I'm over-caffeinated. I can feel the hairs on my arms vibrating in their follicles. I almost said sockets, but hair doesn't have sockets, it has follicles. The follicle is the socket of the hair. Yum. Alright. What are people saying? We can replace every letter with the letter A. Instead of typing out letters, you just type out that many A's. No spaces. Currently works decent, basically completely without deco. If you want, you can submit it without deco, because deco is time... I am upside down! No! No! Northern Hemisphere plane! The joke is that I'm in the Southern Hemisphere, and I'm the right way up, so you lot are upside down. Ha! Take that! I feel ill. I feel mentally and physically ill. Let's look at this guy. He's just having a good time up here. Okay, Lavokin LA200 was a jet intercept with two engines. One was pointed partially down its right underneath the pilot, the other was right at the back. Okay, gotcha. That thing kills me... That thing kills me in War Thunder a lot. Oh, wasn't that long ago? I survived the difficulty reshuffle and all got was the shirt. Was I think there are many vehicles that currently are harder than hard, but not strong enough for godly. Then they're hard. Wasn't a super long time ago. I proposed adding a new difficulty between hard and godly. Azusa, please, no. No! You're killing me! You are actually killing me. Maybe called expert or something? No! I feel like that joke was made... Azusa makes that exact joke, like, a lot. This is at least the second time. Probably the third. I'm drooling! No! An incredible day. Why has no one thought of that before now? A lot of crossovers. I have to say, War Thunder is an excellent source for 3D models I can base my craft off on. Never played the game myself. Oh no, like, firstly, it's a grindy pay-to-win thing, and also, the developers have been implicated in, shall we say, unsavory political machinations. Yeah, may you have a look at the Tufted Duck with the better contrasting colors at the end. And say if it enough. Okay, I can do that. Don't let me forget. This is your sign to reinstall the game. No! Pay to win? Is it pay to win? My understanding is that it's incredibly grindy unless you shell out a crap ton of money. I just hear that the community keeps leaking classified info. How does the community get classified info? Playing War Thunder will get 3-letter agencies interested in you. Yeah. I ain't spent a cent on this game. Well, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay money for it. It's just that if you want to get fun, interesting vehicles, you have to pay a crap ton of money or grind forever. That's my impression of it. A lot of War Thunder players are in the military. Oh, because some of the community are active duty military in their countries. Oh. Well, that's awkward. P2 Progress. There's been like 19 classified leaks thus far in War Thunder forums. And I think that's part of the issue. I don't know. We're not here to talk about War Thunder. I don't play that game and I'm not going to. What were we doing? We can look at the next plane. Because, what was this again? Sparrow. I keep talking to chat, because chat is interesting. Chat, be less interesting. Be boring. Talk about oats or something. I've already put the Sparrow where it needs to be. Yes, I have. Okay. Next is the Finch. Darwin would be proud. Where's the Finch? Atticus Finch. Good bloke. Oh, yeah. Oh, what the hell? Ah, yes. This thing might need an actual cockpit. Alright, so... What the hell is this model after? Anything? Oh, wait, I didn't even check for sub-object nonsense. Alright, this doesn't have sub-object nonsense. Very good, very good. It does need an actual... Right, I'm going to type in here. Cockpit at least. Ghost plane. Ghost pilot. Ah! Right. Power word. Remove decorations. Alright, what do we got here? What do we got here? We just have the missiles. Why does this have a 360... Why does this have a 360 radar on it when it has self-guided missiles? I think that is a problem with people trying to make realistic planes, is like they think to themselves, oh, right, cool. Planes have a radar in the nose. It's like, you don't need it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Hang on, what's the... Is there an exploit? Is there a thing here that I don't know? What is the drag on this? 0.2 front and 0.2... Yeah, just 0.2 all round. Compare that with a wedge. Nope, that is like 4 times as much drag. Starts to talk about interesting boats. Just ignore chat when we're all under many completely non-FTD chats. I can't! You're too interesting! Otherwise, when are you joining us for Suffering Sunday? No! Yeah. This has been like 90. War Thunder has been mentioned. Release all the classified documents related to military vehicles. Hashtag progress. Me installing War Thunder would be the only reliable way for me to break up with a partner because we agreed neither of us would ever touch that game again. Yep. So what about those oats? Starts to about interesting boats. F5. 2. Man, that plane is really something. It has the bubble. It has a bubble. Yep, it has a cockpit. It has a cockpit that is Le Bubble. I think, is this the model after the Starfighter? I think it is. Also, I can't lock onto its snoot. Also, I'm going to take a screenshot of it because if nothing else, this looks unique. Ta-da! Yes! My propaganda film for Plutono will be perfect. Why have I put on my Dracula voice? Alright, I need to catch up a jet. Average workshop plane. Approximately 0 structural plots explodes instantly when hit. Yep. Small stuff. One of the first rules of military grunts is that they are on average big dummies. Yeah. Talk about oats or something. Did you know you can make a meat substitute using only plain flour? By making a basic water and flour dough and then washing it in water, replacing the water regularly until the water is clean and drying out, you get seitan. It has similar protein content per 100 grams of chicken. I did know that, actually. That's not oats, by the way, so you are disqualified, Cartooli boy. The military doesn't pay them to think. Starfighter is only one engine, though. Okay, true, though I guess the fuselage and wings somewhat fed. Here the military is often the only way to pay for both college and health. Yeah, that's... Oh, not to get on real talk, but ye gods. There's a kind of meme, I guess, I've seen, where like it has someone saying, like, you know, education, like, higher education should be free, and then it shows like a grizzled US Marine saying, earn it. It's like, how about no? Because, how are you supposed to go on and do better things with your degree if you have PTSD that keeps you up at night? From being, not even being shot at, just by being bullied in the cafeteria. I don't know. They're trying to do the opposite. Is it to stream FTD or to stream Minecraft? FTD. Minecraft is oversaturated. You said oats or something. Okay, true, Cartooli boy. You talked about something. Alright, so... I don't think this thing... Yeah, just it needs a cockpit. But now we need to double-checky. We need to see how this thing fight. We need to spawn in the one that's still got decorations on it. Okay, so let's go here. Excuse me. Why is it that a dog fight is when planes fight each other, but a cat fight is when women fight each other? That seems inconsistent. I've definitely had enough coffee to... Again, we're in space. Okay, seems to be just a general thing with Soil Republic planes, is that they must not fly into space. That's silly. Also, does this need more contrasting colors? I think it does. Multicolored friend, why not? Not really. That might be a tall order, honestly. Although, hang on. I want to test something quickly. I want to see if my money is in fact where my mouth is. Let's go here, and I'm going to spawn a mirror match of my most silly and my most silly and infinite thing. Right, squad. Whoops. Right, do these guys fly into space when fighting each other? Altitude, no they do not. Okay then. How about you, sir? Okay, they almost do, but they get themselves back out. Alright, so no, if I managed it, you can probably manage it as well. Yeah, mirror match dogfights are always quite interesting. No, maybe it's a bit of a tall order. I think maybe it should just be able to get itself out of space once it's in it. Someone who's pleasure experiencing free object with no major caveats like military service is pretty great. I'd say college debt is no joke. Inconsistent is English, the only consistent thing is the inconsistent. You know what? True. Satan actually tastes pretty good, had it rather recently. Well, I have to make a note of that. That sounds like it's not the military's problem anymore. They got what they wanted. Let's see. As someone who has just saying, because of women fight, there's a lot of screaming, and men fight. They are also called mad dogs. When men are fighting for realsies, there is a lot of screaming. Like, you try getting your eye poked out and not scream. Yeah, if women fight, there's a lot of screaming, and men fight. They are also called mad dogs. I don't know. I think it's like there's also a little bit of gender bias, and there's like having a dog is manly, and like, you know, having a cat is like feminine. Meanwhile, there are cats in which they could like domestic cats, which are big enough that they could eat you. Okay. From what I understand, Titan stores a lot of flavor and stuff. Yay! Snowboarder has become waterboarder. Yep. Oh, the snowboarder. This is one of the things I'm most and least proud of. What was it that someone said? It was like a fat YF30 or something? Okay, then. Right, so we've established it's not unreasonable to ask people to... Wait. Right. Right, you know what? Okay, quick, panic, main menu. Alright, the Finch. Did I put the Finch anywhere? I did not. I am now reaching that level of caffeinated where I am, only slightly functional. Okay, good. And apart from that, it's absolutely fine. Right, Finch. Finch, go here. And Finch is here. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Oh, we love those lovely jubblies, we do. Okay, and the Pura 9. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Alright, we can look at the Pura 9. What the hell is the... I thought we teleported back to Nija for a second. I was like, huh? Is that a Deepwater Guard plane? It wasn't. Go to study engineering and fluid diving stuff without selling my soul to the military industrial complex to pay off loans. I mean, I could actually go into academia and teach the next generation instead of... And if I was trying to say... Good point. If you got mountains of college debt, or straight up PTSD, how are you supposed to teach the next generation stuff? Shout out to the guy who got really upset in your YouTube comments about how your planes didn't look like planes. I hope he's doing well. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's like, yeah, go look at real planes. What was that comment? It was so funny. It's like, I made a plane and they were like, you know what planes look like? It's like, dude, relax. It's a video game. Speaking of shoutouts. Oh yeah, true. Apologies, 3D Wrecker. Let's shout you out. Shout out. Ah! 3D record. Everyone enjoy this screen where nothing's happening. The internet is full of clowns. Okay, what was I doing? I was looking at the Pier 9. Alright. I'm in the wrong folder. I'm in the wrong folder. Sing the wrong folder song with me. I'm in the wrong folder. Alright. The amount of coffee that it takes for me to get into... Oh, this guy! Isn't this the guy with Polish smuggled into it? Oh. Whoops. Oh, whoops. I was thinking those were funny colors. Alright, how spin blocked is this? It is elevation only... It's an elevation only turret? What the heck? Oh no, this is spin blocked. Wait. Yep, this is... that's clipping. That is clipping. That is clipping! Wait, what? No, that's clipped. That's clipped. How did I miss this? Seriously, how did I miss this? Unless this is an outdated version. Yep. Okay then. Thanks, gang. You're welcome. The FTD community gets really uptight over the dumbest poop. Honestly, a lot of video game communities are like that. Imagine getting shouted out. Ah! Drew! Wait, you did raid, so... Shout out. Cartooli boy. Did I spell that right? Cartooli boy. Let's do that. Yep, I did that too. FTD, community, blah 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 blah. Deathly weapons have been given to womanize for 2 reasons. Moral... Humor. Yep. Oh yeah, Big Bertha. Don't need to mention. I banned someone for having the hit nickname Hitler1488, and he still maintained he did nothing wrong. There is, unfortunately, it's like teenage boys all the times. They kind of, like, they think that they end up thinking the Nazis are funny because edginess, I guess, and they just kind of don't fully grasp it. No, that was real, and it was really bad, and they just lack the emotional maturity to understand that, yeah, no, it's a bummer. Little boy is still a cute name, true. Little boy and fat man. Alright, I'll be back eventually, gotta go set my stream up. Lovely, lovely. I showed you some beautiful in shipping. Realistic builders dying of cringe because the sub or something was 5% off. Meta builders calling everything garbage. And then there's me, Canoe Man. I cringe at myself. Yay! Alright, so that's spin block. That is a big no-no, and I cannot believe I'm embarrassed I missed that. Pier on 9. Tail fins are spin blocked. Rule break. Actually, I just want to see here. I want to see here. There are... Let's see, there's that. Yeah, no, that's really... If you get rid of that... Yeah, that's very easy to fix. There's really no excuse for this. There was just alloy plates in there, and that was it. Yeah. I do wonder, though, did I pick that up before? It's edgy boy syndrome, desire to stand out, plus lack of emotional intelligence. Yep, you do tend to find that. And then there was that spat last year into when a couple of CCs stole people's vehicles. Yeah. Oh dear, that just is a part of being a creative space, honestly. Alright, so let's do this again. Let's have a look-see. So that's the sub-objects. Is there any other shenanigan-a-ding-dong around here? Not really. Do I remember my own rules? Probably. Is this got clearance? Yes, I keep forgetting about the bloody hull ducts. I always forget about them. So silly. Okay, apart from that, that seems to be all okay. Wait. There are... One of these things had, like, Polish written on it or something. Not this one. It was the Nightingales, I think, actually, that were like that. I don't know. Using people's work is okay, like permission. Yep, my stuff looks like it was built someone from ancient Egypt who was eating colorful mushrooms. Yay. This thing did require change before it was visually chucking missiles out of a solid surface. Yeah, so this is an updated version. I'm so embarrassed I didn't pick up that the tail fins are clipping. The myth was a pretty small factor in how bad that was. Yep. Nope. Well, that part's a good story, but yeah, no, the Nazis were unfortunately... The main reason they were bad was because of the ideology. And no, the drugs certainly didn't help, but, yeah, no. Remember, Hitler and pals came up with their ideas before they got horribly hooked on drugs. I have a feeling we really ought to stop talking about the Nazis and whatnot. Yeah, it's a bummer. Let's look at... Ah! Let's hydrate border-wise. Thank you, Cartooli Boy. Okay. See, this is the problem with a game in which you make weapons of war. Inevitably, you end up talking about the real thing. And because war is inherently political, you end up talking about political stuff. Why are you in space, sir? Alright, let's combat test the Piran 9. Piran 9, like... Is there a real-life thing called the Piran? There must be, right? 100... Oh, can you hear Leaf Blower Man? He's out there, in the world. I simply make a difference between the common soldiers and the Nazi political leaders. Yeah, no, don't fall into the clean Wehrmacht myth. They were naughty. Very naughty. Piran means lightning in Polish. Okay, then. Anything involving armored vehicles ends up as a World War II discussion and often turns that direction. And then the moderators must be summoned. Also, I forgot, what's this thing armed with? Oh, just missiles. How you do? There's quite a few things called Piran. Oh yeah, it's and now I remember. Piran sounds similar to Perun. Perun? Which is like the Slavic god of thunder. Basically, their equivalent of Thor, I believe. Piran seems to be a Polish manpad, so kind of the opposite of a plane. The opposite of a plane is a... Oh dear. Alright, let's see. Are you all in space? You are in space. Same story. Why do these planes want to go to space so easily? Wasn't that one Polish ship the one that, like, circled around the Bismarck signaling I am a Pole repeatedly? Yeah, it was! I think there's a Laserpig video on that thing, and I just keep forgetting to click on it. Perrin is also a fun guy who talks about military economics. True, it was a destroyer. Perrin is great, though. Oh yeah, speaking of Slavic stuff, what was it? Yaga is a video game which is absolutely delightful and can recommend it, and I'm probably going to be making a video on it on my second channel at some point. Border Triple R. Unmatchable aura, that destroyer. Yep. What was I doing? I was making notes here. Telefence is spin blocked, and let's go here. Needs to not fly into space. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, the Solar Space Program has a lot of volunteers that we didn't actually want. And sorry for getting into real talk on stream, folks. I hope people didn't click off because of that. I hope they click back on later for canoes and stuff. There's no canoes in this stream. Let's keep it that way. PO run 9. And yep. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, Borderwise, did you enjoy my cheese? Oh, I loved your cheese, Azusa. Everyone who's not in the Patreon Discord, look forward to a delightful video coming out very soon. Builder ships used by the Polish. Unmatchable aura that destroy my weekly PowerPoint, so true. You gotta know the ideology and know the online pattern to recognize them to avoid the next being repeated. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not taught in schools. Ever! Probably ended up at least one list doing research for missile guidance and data instruction when I tried to make an Aegis system in the From the Depths. Look up the West tab, is it ITAR for a slight explanation, I might be one. Tunnel bore. Digging holes in the ground is quite boring. It depends. You have a good work song going, it's pretty good. Alright, I need to look at the new updated Tufted Duck. What did I want to look at? Tufted Duck. Is it updated on the workshop? I don't remember. Let's find out. Whoops. Okay, let's just save that. Yep, save changes. Jeez. Alright. Tufted Duck. When was this? This is updated the 5th of March, which is just today. Oh yeah, this is one of Walter Rourke's. Yay! Replasmint. Alright then, so more contrasting colors. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the new improved Tufted Duck. I think that was my only note on it. Yep, that was my only note on it, because the Tufted Duck is just... Oh, so it's just, you know, it's the duck. It's just good. I feel like the eponymous list must contain like a majority of the population by now. That is a problem. Oh, that was a dad joke. Oh no. No! My honorary dad card. I have lost it. I didn't see the dad joke. Kind of like someone tried to build a Saab J35 or a J74 Miori. When the stuff I'm looking into is stuff that AI are not allowed to tell you about, you know it's spicy. Yeah. Spicy stuff. Alright, why did I click there? What is wrong with me? Alright, I get to look at the new Tufted Duck. Alright, save blueprint on the disk. Save it. Do it! Do it now! Lol. Lol, 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 lol. Right, more contrasting colors. Ooh! Me likey! Get out of the water, you fool. There we go. You fool! Oh, that is lovely. Yeah, that brightens it up a little bit. Makes it more visually interesting. Right, let us load in the old Tufted Duck just for reference. Why did I put that there? Yes! 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 This is delicious. Hold on, so that's the... It's slightly more expensive. Is there anything else that changed? Don't think so. Yeah, this is lovely. Look at this! Oh, you, sir, are stuck in the water. Please cease and desist immediately. So I can look at you! Look at you! Pretty boy! Pretty, pretty. Whee! Oh, that's nice. See? There's just that splash of blue. Specific because missile guidance algorithms is one thing that is specifically mentioned under ITAR. International Trafficking and Arms Regulation, last time I checked. Thank goodness I'm not in the US. Yup, solve something. Someone actually using Swole detail color. Incredible. Here's the thing. Swole, I think part of the reason that I was like, kind of like, with Swole is because people just use the base flat, that kind of muted blue. But when you have that muted blue with that like bright blue, it pops. It pops and it's beautiful. One more whistle. I've returned for a minute. Hello, 3D Ricker. Yes, it does look like a Gripen. Hashtag vegan. This thing... Oh. Oh dear. This thing has just random bits of glass on it. Okay, yes, improved. I'm not going to submit that because, like, what's with the random bits of glass? That looks like an accident. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Hey. Meow, 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 meow. Oh no, I'm turning into Nickel Boy. Okay, where's the other ones? Yep. Hold on a minute. Those were there before. Hold on a second. Oh, they're completely invisible cameras. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna... I guess I'll accept this and just make a note that, like, the glass needs to be better hidden because it's invisible right up until you turn the flashlight on it. Whoopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy, oopsie poopsie. Where is new friend? I want new friend. See, there's glass. No glass. Now there's glass. No glass. Now there's glass. No glass. And I'm gonna take another screenshot because I can. Please don't do big roly-polies. Ah, frick! I just want to take screenshot, but I keep looking at the... No! Stop it! The thing is that this never goes away when the game is paused, so you just need to kind of do this. Okay. Flawless victory. There we go. Alright, me good. Good. Make sure Tactical Spaghetti gets this. Pew! Alright, so that is the new Tufted Duck. I'm just going to assume everything is the same, otherwise. So we'll update the lanes. Paste, and... Why is that so much more expensive? What changed? The camera is visible, but the glass in front of it isn't. Yep. Indigenous aircraft from not world powers, yeah. See ya, huh? Render distance mod being weird? Nope, it's not the render distance mod. Wait. Nope, it isn't. It isn't. What changed here, exactly? It's got more material storage, and... Hold on. Alright, does it have more missiles? Oh, it has one more missile. I think someone said that. So yeah, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go find the old one. Same amount of missiles. I'm not sure what changed here. Huh. It's probably fine? Intriguing. What is different in here? I have no idea what changed. Rendered it, I think it's one more missile. Check the firepower. One more? But doesn't... Hold on. Firepower 12.79 and APS 9.58. Ah, yes, it has more missile. Somewhere. Maybe... Oh! What the hell? Wait, is this damaged? No, it isn't damaged. What the hell? What's going on here? Hello? Oh, it does have one more missile. Okay. Why did it have an odd number of missiles to begin with? That's weird. Very strange. Ah! Thank you for the follow, Fat Man on Scooter. Right one isn't there. I never noticed that. Interesting. Alright, well, new Tufted Duck. I'll go ping Tactical Spaghetti. Updated blueprints, jump to present. I believe that is the new... Arnett has risen from the dead! Hooray! Alright, I'm going to... Okay, and I'm going to remove that off the spreadsheet. Alright, point up. Perfect, and that means we can do a wonderful thing with the Tufted Duck. Alright, so, Spaghetti, if you're still watching, there's a duck for you. Alright, so, good news, we get to do this. Tufted Duck, more contrasting colors? No, it doesn't, it's got them. And we get to do this. Hooray! And now we get to do this. Those are happy, celebrating duck noises. Yay! Progress! Constrained by ammo before, I don't know, it's probably the mod, the glass isn't visible on my end. Even if you shine the spotlight on it? Alright, it's basically not noticeable unless you, like, shine a light on it, so it's fine. Okay, then! 3D Wrecker. Let's raid 3D Wrecker, because that's fun. Alright, 3D Wrecker. Also, if you're watching this later on YouTube, apologies for the real talk. Sometimes that happens, just naturally. I could try and steer away from it, but honestly, it gets everywhere, and people need to learn to talk about such things. Anyway, what was I doing? Alright, raiding. Raid 3D Wrecker. Will Lawnmower Man allow me to raid 3D Wrecker? Probably. Let's do it. Do it now. Wow. Oh, yep, I've had too much coffee, definitely. I haven't even finished it. Blah. Alright, are you ready? Are you steady, people? Good stream all around. We're making progress. Plutono progress. One of the better kinds of progress. Alright. See you next time. Farewell.